UDX 71 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. $825 Independence, Missouri. We got you in there, buddy. You're sounding good here on the west coast of Canada. Bring it back. 825 Independence, Missouri. 825 791 UDX 791 Gulf Islands. Back at you. Skip is fading. Looks like propagation changing there. 825 Independence, Missouri. We're going to take a standby. UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the site. Sounding good, Missouri, up here on the Gulf Islands. I'm on 375. You're sounding good in Tucson, man. 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific, waving. You're smoking on here, man. Have a good one, buddy. Q5 all the way up here on the Gulf Islands. 791 on the side listening. I'm going to go. I'm on 395 now. QSK, UDX 791 on the side. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Hi, Washington. Well, you have a great night. I'm going to get off here for the night, but good talking to Washington today. A buddy of mine is going to, he lives in Washington, and he's going to set up his stuff, too. He bought
Channel 40, 405. CQDX, UDX 791, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Do we have any conditions out there? Hey, 581 Michigan, we got you out there. 581 Michigan, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Gulf Island, North Pacific, copy that. Yep, I'm right here between Detroit and Chicago.
Right on, sounding good, Michigan. I'm up here off the west coast of Canada on the Gulf Islands. You bet. You're making a good trip out here, man. Hey, cheers to you, my friend. It sounds like conditions are kind of changing out there. Thanks for the comeback, and have a good weekend. What's left of it? 791 Gulf Islands on the site.
791, 581, Michigan. I'm on the side.
All right, take care. 581. Cheers and 7-3. Pretty quiet out there. Conditions are changing. If you're out there, pop into the live gate. $41 now, 415. CQDX. This is UDX 791. UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. You betcha, Pacific. You heard me right. You're making a trip up here, Q5. You're 5'10" is if you're running a 5'10", it's definitely making it out here to the Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada. What's your QTH? Phoenix, Arizona, man. You're making a trip, man. It's working for you, buddy. Sounding good up here on the off the west coast of Canada on the Gulf Islands. Have a good one, buddy. Cheers to you. UDX 791 on the site. I didn't think this antenna was making it out. It was making it out to me. Yeah, Tennessee 495, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. It's sounding good up here. I'm getting some bleed over for probably 40 or 39. So, but you're making a trip here off the west coast of Canada. Have a good one, bud. UDX 791 QSX. It's no good with a preamp on it. Just sucks in too much noise. I'm on 365 right now. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Who can hear me out there now? Yeah, we had a good live gate this morning. CQDX calling CQ. This is UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
791-007 San Diego, waving a hand.
Yeah, you're smoking in here. 007 San Diego, man. Great sounding station. Due south of me. I'm located off the west coast of Canada.
Roger. Well, I appreciate you waving a hand. You guys up there in that area, come down here to San Diego quite often. We'll talk to a few people up that way. So good to hear you again.
Yeah, lately we've been getting a lot of California. That's just awesome. I'm just swinging the beam around your way. That's probably a little bit better. But yeah, I got a Q5 on you, man. You're way up into the red.
I think so. You don't need to move a boom my way. You got me 10 over already.
Yeah, you as well. I had it actually facing. You're kind of off the edge of the beam there. I had it facing southeast, so you'd be due south of me in beautiful San Diego. It's funny. My wife said to me today, she goes, "We got to go down to San Diego sometime. It's so nice down there." I says, "I know. I've been there. I love it."
Well, when you gonna come down? I have to buy you a hamburger.
That'd be awesome. I'll buy you one too. What, Carl's Jr.? What's your favorite place to eat?
I'll take you to the Boll Weevil if you come down here.
That's awesome. I haven't been down to San Diego for a long time. The last time we were down in Southern Cal, I took our kids when they were, well, they're grown up now. It was 2008. Took them down to Disneyland and all that stuff. But wife wants to do a road trip sometime. She says, San Diego's on the list. I go, yeah, absolutely.
If you get down here, you get in El Cajon, Channel 19 and Channel 4, and you'll be able to find me as the Confederate soldier. If you don't find me, somebody will know me.
I like that name, Confederate Soldier. That's awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'm doing a live stream video gate right now on my YouTube channel, and you're just smoking in here. So you're about the third contact. I just turned it on.
Roger. How do I find you on YouTube?
Okay, and we're 7 minutes and 51 seconds into it right now. So go to my Video Gate channel, Jungle Joe C, like Charlie, Video Gates. That's with a G, right? Video Gates.
Roger, I'll check it out.
Check her out. We're live in the radio room right now. I usually have a ton of people in there. I just started it. So, yeah, I did one this morning, and we're doing this one. We're 8 minutes into it, and we're in the radio room live. And if you go back, or even if you talk, you'll hear yourself, but there's always a little bit of a delay.
Roger, yeah.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, good to hear you in there, buddy. And if I do get down to San Diego, we'll look you up.
All right, so don't there, guy. And Romeo Golf 007 back on the side.
All right, Romeo Golf 007. Been a pleasure, bud. We'll talk to you again. Got you down in the logbook here. This is UDX 791, Gulf Islands on the site.
007 163 Dallas Road. Yeah, go ahead, 163.
Hey, make my 99. Hey, I'm in now. Like this. Like and share. Cool, buddy.
First it talks north, then it talks south. I can appreciate an antenna like that. You're sounding good.
So I'm going to spin the beam around again. I've switched it south. I'm on 2763 365. Just watched about Olive Garden.
Nice. You keep those flowers yourself.
Olive Garden. I used to eat there a lot back in the day.
Thank you. 73 is you also. Romeo Golf 007 back on the side.
Good sounding station from Southern California. What do you think? Romeo Golf 007. I watched about the Olive Garden on this live stream. Cool. I used to eat there a lot because I like their food. It's not the fanciest restaurant, but it's a good restaurant. You know what I mean? You get your bang for your buck. I like all the all-you-can-eat pasta night. I think that was it. Maybe it was super pasta. They had a night. They used to have a night like that up here. So anyway, hopefully this guy will join into the live stream. CQDX, CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. $365. We'll just kind of listen here for a bit. You guys want to get in there? I'm just sandbagging. Better turn on that in case Wendy has to call me, right? That's her communication line between the house and my Radio Shack is at Motorola. So she's got a couple of them in the kitchen. And, she calls me for dinner. I just put rice on. We're having scallops, rice. She's doing steak. I'm going to have hamburgers tonight, too. So anyway, that's our lifeline right there. Motorola's. Quiet in there now. Skip is fading, man. Skip is fading. Thanks for joining in the live gate. Like I say, just turned it on about 11 minutes ago. I'm on, I'm going to go up to 395. CQDX, CQDX. This is UDX 791. UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. 395. You're not getting out. You'll get out, man. It's conditions, right? Conditions. Right now, they're starting to fade here, so I'm not getting out either. 395. Gotcha. It's really, the skip is really kind of low right now. CQDX, calling CQ, calling CQ. This is UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. See if anybody can hear me. 395 lower sidebound. We got any conditions out there, or is the skip all gone? UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Fading, man. CB Punisher, waving. Good to hear you out there, man. There's no conditions out there. I'm not even hearing you. It must be a figment of my imagination. Even though you're sounding good up here on the Gulf Islands.
Oh, there's still conditions out there.
Illinois, sounding good, man. You're coming in real good. I just put, I had my preamp off. I put it on, and now there's conditions. No, I could hear you anyway, but it's pulling in a lot of other stuff now too. But I did have it off. It's a pretty good preamp. It sucks in a lot of signals.
Today we use rate 6. I got 5 preamps and we ran a lot of the white chickens and the veiny chickens, smaller chickens, and all that. Got small brown eggs.
Anyway, sounding good. 791 Gulf Islands on the side.
White chickens, some of them have double feet.
You're too close. You need short skip. You know what? I talked to Seattle. Well, I'm not going to say I talked to Seattle. I was talking to a station out there. Where was he? Was he in Minnesota or Arizona? Maybe it was Arizona. And then I heard actually 101 in Seattle coming there. So there was just so much hash and trash on 38, but I actually heard the 101 in Seattle acknowledge my call. Seattle is only about 100 miles or so south of here. So that's really short skip. So not often we get to Seattle. So I was happy to make that contact. I turned the beam right south. I've talked to Seattle before, but it's been years. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. It might not have been skipped because, actually, on the south end of our island, if you're up high enough, you can talk to Seattle locally. But I'm on the very north end of our island. Plus the flat side beam, yeah. Because I talked to Mount Vernon there a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. I talked to a guy in Mount Vernon, and that's just north of Seattle. And, we had a good QSO. CQDX, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific, QSX. 464, sounding good, buddy. 464, Illinois. You're making a good trip here to the Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada.
All right, west coast of Canada. You have a good one. Northern Illinois, Rockford. Check it out.
Yeah, you're booming in here, man. Good signal. Have a good one, buddy. Enjoy the evening, and have a good week coming up. UDX 791, Gulf Islands on the side. I talked to Australia just before I did this live stream, too. It's funny. Usually we don't get Australia coming into the daytime, and I was on 38, and I got a video gate of it, too, and he was booming in here. I've talked to him before. Snake in the Grass. What's his number? Snake in the Grass, 171, Australia. I'll get the live gate. I'll get that video gate uploaded later. You can reach Washington without Skip. Yeah. Well, we're right actually across from Washington State. Believe it or not, our island. So I'm going to show you the map again of our island. I'm across from Birch Bay, Washington. If I went across the water, I would bump into Birch Bay, Washington. And south of that. So here's our island, right? Here's our island. And I live right here. So if I was to go across the water, the ocean this way, which is a long way, I would be in Birch Bay, Washington. And if you were on the south end of Salt Spring Island and you went across the ocean, you'd be in Bellingham, Washington. So the island is actually below the 49th parallel. We're 48 degrees north latitude. All of our Gulf Islands, southern Gulf Islands, are below the 49th parallel. So Vancouver's 49, we're 48. Technically, we should be in the U.S. So, yeah, Bellingham's nice. I used to do all my shopping there. And every year the Christmas ship comes over from Bellingham Harbor and with Santa aboard, and he brings presents for all the little kids on Salt Spring Island. Been doing it since the late 1940s. My kids used to love that. The Santa ship would come into Ganges Harbor here, then an old-fashioned Model T picks him up. He hops on it with all his presents, and he actually has a ton of presents. Goes into the it was the middle school or it was the middle school. So the middle school or the elementary school, might have been the elementary school. And he sits there and the kids line up and he gives them presents. It's really cool, man. The Christmas ship from Bellingham. Really, really neat. Goes to all the islands. So I'm a 395 CQDX. This is UDX 791, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
791 Gulf Coast. 791, you're making that trip to Southwest Missouri.
420, Missouri, you're sounding good, buddy. Good to hear you out there again. This is UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada, waving. Well, glad to know we still got a little bit of skip left in there. Your propagation is changing out here, but you're sounding Q5 as usual. Well, you got a good sounding station, bro. Too slow, Southwest Missouri, 420. Have a good one down there in the Show Me State. This is UDX 791, Gulf Islands on the side. Cheers, and 7-3. I hear that Missouri guy. He's in there every day, actually. Comes in pretty good. Anybody else out there, come on in. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. 418 Minnesota, waving at you, buddy. 791 Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada. Yeah, you as well. 418 Minnesota. Cheers to you, buddy, and happy DXing. UDX 791 on the side. Right, yeah. South Carolina's in there. We got them coming in from everywhere, right? Too slow, Southwest Missouri. 420. Maybe that's why he calls himself too slow. He smokes a lot of fatties. I'm on 395. I'm going to go into 40. 40's quiet, okay? On 40. I hear a little something in there. 38 is actually kind of quiet right now. Okay, you're on 40. I'm going down a little bit here. One sec. I'm going to try for Australia on 35. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swing the beam around and try for some Central Pacific. We're going to try for some Hawaii. Hawaiian Islands are there. We're going to talk from here to here, right? Canada to Hawaii. Aloha, eh? That's what we're going to do. On 35, so I'm swinging the beam around to the southwest, South Pacific. See what happens here. Most of the time they can hear me down there. I think I'm already hearing Australia. CQDX South Pacific, calling CQ South Pacific. This is UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Yeah, bring it back. I hear you out there, Australia. Bring it back. I didn't get your number. Bring back your number. Charlie Baker, 121. Russell, good to hear you out there, buddy. Good to chat with you. I did put a video gate of you up there just the other day when I talked to you. Sounding good, Russell, as usual. All right, Charlie Baker, 121, Australia, Queensland. Cheers and beers, buddy. Thanks, Russell. Appreciate it. And we'll talk again soon. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. There we go. So first attempt with the beam pointed southwest, I get Australia. That's Charlie Baker, 121. I talk to him pretty much every day, that guy. It's amazing how good that beam works on the distance. Jerry King, good to talk to you, buddy. And RG007, San Diego, the place I want to be. I like Hawaii, and I love Southern California. Charlie Baker, 121, Queensland. That guy's in Queensland, Australia. Hey, thanks for joining in the live gate. And you're on this live gate. I'll put your name in the title. Yours going to be one of the numbers in the title of this when I finish the live stream. And you were right at the beginning. I think I said 8-something minutes into it, Jerry, so you can check it out. Anyway, we are live in the radio room here. And for most of you guys know that tune in, I shoot a lot of video gates. Close to 7,000 videos on this channel now. They're not all video gates, but a lot of them are video gates. So on 355 is the Australian channel. And if you want to talk to Australia, point the house towards Australia, and you'll definitely get to them on 355. 1023. So that was Russell, Charlie Baker. They actually have a Facebook group too. Southern California is freaking awesome, man. I love it down there. I remember the first time I ever went to California, I was 17 years old. And that was in December 81. And I remember we stayed down in Rosemead, a place called Rosemead. I think it was near Hollywood. And I was there for Christmas 81 and New Year's 81, going into 82. And we went down to Van Nuys Boulevard because I like muscle cars. And I just remember all the super cool muscle cars on Van Nuys Boulevard cruising, man. I was in heaven. It was great. So you ever get a chance, go to Southern California. San Diego, the climate is perfect down there. You can grow everything. And me being a gardener, they got it all in San Diego, man. So I got to get back down there. And it's funny, Wendy actually mentioned that today. My wife, she says, you know what? I'd like to take a road trip to San Diego. Well, I'm coming along too. So I moved here. It's just so expensive. So yeah, you're lucky, man. Southern California, man. If I could live there, I would. But you know what? Unfortunately, I'm in the I'm not going to call it the Great White North because our island is definitely not the Great White North. And our winters are wet up here on the Gulf Islands. It's they got snow forecast for other parts of Canada right now. That freaking sucks, man. It's not bad. Live up here. It's nice too. Oh no, I like it up here, man. I do like it up here, but you know, Southern California in the wintertime would be absolutely awesome. All that sunshine, the beaches. Well, I mean, we have beaches here too, but Southern California, you can't really beat it, right? It's like, to me, the perfect climate in San Diego. and coastal too. It's just really nice. When we took the kids to LA, to Disneyland, Anaheim in summer of 2008, it was cooking freaking hot, man. It was so stinking hot. I think it's actually better to go in the fall or maybe the early spring, even wintertime too. Right? So anyway, we don't have it that bad in this part of the country. It could be worse. It could be a lot colder, right? Northern Cal, and I like Northern California is awesome too. And Oregon's great too. You know, my favorite place in Oregon is Brookings. If you ever get a chance, go to Brookings, Oregon, man. The banana belt of the state of Oregon. Brookings is unbelievable. So I'm going to see if I can get anybody else in the South Pacific here. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Somebody's calling me, but they're just coming in 2 weeks. It's Australia. Brookings is unbelievable. So most of you guys know, if you've seen my other YouTube channel, Banana JSSI, that we grow palm trees here in this part of Canada on this island. So I love palm trees. And if you go down to Brookings, Oregon, man, they grow some of the most beautiful palm trees in the North Pacific. Date palms, Phoenix canariensis, to die for. Some of the biggest, thickest Phoenix Canary Island date palms I've ever seen. Phoenix canariensis down in Brookings. I mean, big ones in California, but this is North Pacific. Huge Washingtonia, Robusta, Trachycarpus palms are everywhere they go. They have queen palms. They can grow king palms. It's this really cool microclimate in Brookings, Oregon. I have palm trees on my. Do you have palm trees on your street? Cool. Hey, what part of Oregon are you in? What part of Oregon are you in again? Because I mean, there's lots of palm trees, especially coastal Oregon, and even in Portland too. Oh yeah, Salem. There's lots of palms. I used to have a friend that lived in Salem. I've stayed there before, and Portland, Salem's even milder than Portland. Eugene, Medford, Roseburg. And then you get way down the south. There's Ashland, Oregon, on the border of California. There's some beautiful ones. There's only a couple that will grow here. Yeah. So, hey, Palm Planet, how's it going, buddy? Hey, make mine 99. You can grow Trachycarpus fortunei there. You can grow Chamaerops humilis. I'll tell you some to try in your area, because I know my palms. Chamaerops humilis, no problem where you are. Trachycarpus fortunei, no problem where you are. Rhapidophyllum hystrix, no challenge. Sable minor, no challenge. Those are just some of the palms that will grow. Those are just some of the palms that will grow in Salem with no challenge whatsoever. Like 5 at least 15 feet tall. So there, you know what they? Someone posted some massive Jubea in Roseburg. Oh yes, right, and Jubea chilensis. Forgot about that one. Chilensis and Butea capitata. These palms will thrive in Salem. Those ones there, the latter, Jubea chilensis, are awesome. And Butea capitata, these are really tropical, more tropical looking palms with pinnate leaves on them, like feather leaves, right? The ones that you more see in the tropics. They have that look to them. These palms will easily grow in Salem, Oregon. Not a problem. You should try those. Ask your local nursery for them. And you know what? I think you guys have sufficient heat. Salem gets really hot in the summertime, so you could get by with Sable Birmingham and Kasi Aram. Those ones too will work in Salem. Look those up, dude. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Palm Planet. Chamaedoria microspadex. See, I know my palms. And Chamaedoria radicalis. I know because I grow radicalis here. So those are some that you can try in Salem that will. I know the climate in Salem, and I know there's lots of palm trees there. And I remember the Butea, I remember the Jubeas there. And if I remember correctly, there was some Washingtonia, some Mexican fan palm growing around there too. But those you want to put in a more sheltered spot, because every so often you can get a cold blast. But most of the time it's pretty mild there, man. Winters are mild. If you're from Southern Cal, it's credible out there. I really want to move there, but it's so expensive. I love Northern Cal, Eureka, up to Brookings. Yeah, Palm Planet, you got to try Brookings, buddy. You got to go to Brookings, Oregon. It's so freaking nice, man. Like I say, the date palms will blow you away there. They're so freaking massive. And it is North Pacific, right? I'm going to turn my beam around here and then just kind of listen a little bit. It's going to turn it back to southeastern United States. Looks like things are starting to drop off here. Let's go to 38. 38 still always noisy, but yeah. Northern California would be a place I'd like to live. Eureka, they get more rain there, and I had a friend that lives there, Matt. I'm trying to think, Matt Prim, a Palm Society guy, and he grows a lot of palm trees. And the pictures he used to send, he sent me a floppy disk one time with all the date palm and all the different palms that grow in his area. Absolutely amazing, man. Eureka, great climate. I've been to Crescent City. There's some nice palms in Crescent City too, but you know what? There's more palms in Brookings, Oregon than I spotted in Crescent City, Northern California. There's actually way more date palms there. There's a lot of cordylines I noticed in Crescent City and some wind-beaten Trachycarpus, but in Brookings, there was like way more palm trees. So I guess people in the Crescent City aren't into it as much, but Brookings, they definitely are into the palm trees. They call that the Brookings effect. Look that up. Look that one up. So that's what they call the climate there. It's a special climate. Brookings effect. It was discovered by a weatherman in 1955. So instead of facing, let's just see, how does that weigh? North, south. It's really weird how it's kind of cockeyed the way it sits Brookings Harbor. So they get these warm winds that come up from California. It's this microclimate. It is a microclimate, Brookings, Oregon. And years ago, more than 30 years ago, I sent away to the Chamber of Commerce there, and I wanted some information on the climate. So the coldest temperature ever recorded in Brookings happened around 1972, and it was 18 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I say, Brookings is kind of cockeyed. It's instead of facing north-south, it's facing kind of southwest. So it makes it this very unique microclimate. It's the temperatures in Brookings in January, on a January day, can reach 75 degrees or more, and it's happened. On a winter day, it can reach way up into the 70s, maybe even close to 80 degrees. It's bizarre. Where the rest of the state can be freezing. I used to live in Big Bear, the only transverse mountain range. Really cool, man. That's awesome. Big Bear. I've heard of that. I don't know exactly where it is though, but I've heard of it. Very, very cool. Let's see where we can talk to. Let's go to 39 and just make a call. CQDX. This is UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands. UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Hey, 41 Missouri, UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Hey, 617 Iowa, UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific, waving. UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. Conditions have changed. The Southern Missouri guy booming in here. 420 gets cold up there. Big Bear Mountains, northeast of Los. Oh yeah, okay, cool. 100 miles east of LA. There's like five needle bender people. Lots of needle benders out there. I'm not a needle bender. CQDX. This is UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific. CQ, UDX 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Yes, sir. It's rough enough. Let's
They call him 2112 Reese. Eureka and Arcata have palms everywhere. The 60-foot tall Phoenix. That's awesome. People tried to have palms in Big Bear, but no, too cold probably. CQDX. This is UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. There's somebody way in the distance calling, but can't make them out. No conditions right now. CQ, calling CQ, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Hey, UDX 483, South Carolina, UDX 483, UDX 791, Gulf Islands. Hey, UDX 183, South Carolina, UDX 791, waving. Yeah, sounding good there. UDX 183, South Carolina, making a good trip up here, Gulf Islands, west coast of Canada. We're on the side. Cheers and 7-3. All right, UDX 183 near Charleston, South Carolina. Good to hear you, buddy. Q5 all the way. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific, USX. Yeah, take care, buddy. Charleston, South Carolina. I think of that right now. The Palm Line streets of Palmettos in Charleston. There's skiing in Big Bear in the mountains just north of LA. Been fun watching Jungle Joe. Subscribe. Look forward to watching some more. Hope I'll hear you again, Jerry King. You betcha, man. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. And we'll be listening for you out there in DX land. That's for sure. You got a good sounding station. And actually, I got to put that in my log right now. I wrote you right down here, and I'm going to put you in my log book right there, right? So, 007, San Diego. You're in my logbook now, buddy. Only put the really strong stations in there. And you're a very strong sound station up this way on the Gulf Islands. Thanks for tuning in, man, and stay tuned for more live gates and video gates. I forget what channel we were on. I think we were on channel 37. I think. Have a good night, Jerry. Appreciate it. 22. Is it the 23rd today? I lose track of time. It is the 22nd. And I think that was 375. $30 minutes ago. Okay, you're in the log. In the logbook. Jerry, San Diego. Yeah, you gotta love mountains. So our island here is mountains from one end to the other. Hills and mountains. Not a lot of flat areas. Listen to this guy. CQDX. I'm on 395. CQDX, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. This guy. Yeah, we hear you. Hello. Hello. If I'm going to do that, I do it on a channel somewhere way away from everybody and go to 5KCs. I like the palms in Florida, but it's too flat. Yeah, you know what? I do like mountains, and that's the thing with San Diego. You can see mountains in the distance, right? I haven't been to San Diego since December 1981. It's been a long time. Went to Chula Vista, through Chula Vista, which is close to the border there, and then Westminster. And it's just beautiful down there. I just remember just taking in all the palm trees and just the beautiful sights of San Diego. So one of these days I'm going to go back again. 333. Any conditions? No, it's not bad. It's starting to fade right now. I'm on 395. I'm on 395 right now. Lower sideband. Let's give a little call here and see if I can get out. It is fading, man. I got the beam pointed southeast. CQDX. This is UDX 791, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. It's quiet. Very, very quiet. Turn the rig on, 395. That's why I love Southern California. You can't you can be at the beach morning. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like Vancouver. That's why a lot of people move there from other parts of Canada. They're skiing like in Vancouver, like just behind Vancouver, there's mountains everywhere. You can be down on the beach. I mean, you can sit on the beach in the wintertime. You can sit on the beach. You're not going to suntan on the beach, but you can go skiing too, right? So they got the beach, they got the mountains, but it's definitely not San Diego. Let's try calling again. CQDX, calling CQDX. Do we have any conditions left out there? UDX 791, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. It's really quiet now, man. I'm listening for you. 333. CQ, calling CQDX, calling CQ, UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific, QSX. 395. Hey, Missouri, we got you in there, buddy. We got you in there. Most of the skip is faded out of there. We're waving at you, Missouri. UDX 791. All right, 626 Missouri. Cheers and beers, buddy. Into the Show Me State. Sounding good. Have a good night. UDX 791 on the site. 626. 796. Take care. Cheers. Triple three in the Ozarks. You're cruising, slamming in here, buddy. Q5.
Give me a second.
Yeah, you're sounding good, man. I'm at mine's saying 273948 on this one, but I got a good Q5. You're up into the red. So you're 42 minutes into this live stream now. So that's where we got you live gating it right here. 42 minutes into this live gate. How about a 333? You still out there? 791 waving. Yeah, 141. We got you too. Yep, you're sounding good. I got 333 Missouri in there, and you're coming in Q5 as well. Loud and proud. All right, 141. Take care down there in Texas. Cheers to you, buddy. And 333, are you still out there in Missouri? How about a 333 Missouri out there in Ozarks? You still out there? 791. I guess. 563. We got you in there. I lost my buddy out there in Missouri, but I'm hearing you there. Arkansas sounding good from the Razorback.
Thanks for the flowers. Sound good back this way. Have yourself a good evening. 963. Read the mail.
All right, take care there. Did you say 963 or 563? 963. Okay, thanks a lot, buddy. Have a good night and happy DXing. Thank you for coming in there. 791 Gulf Islands on the site. So 333, we had you in there, not a problem. And then for something happened, it just kind of dropped out of there. In San Diego, it can be 60s, overcast summer, and then 150. Yeah, I know. You go a little bit inland. Anyway, 333 made it in there. Yeah, it's a good climate though. You gotta love it. Just the things you can grow down there, Palm Planet. I'm trying to fire up my SDR video. I could not get into the SDR thing. I don't even know how that works. I tried. My man, please identify your radio. UDX 791 here. Oh, my radio, what I'm running on? I'm running an RCI 2980WX. This one I'm using. I have a lot of radios in here. This is an RCI 2980WX. This one here is a 2970DX RCI and a 458. And oh,
I got a little, smoke, if you know what I mean.
all right there, 333 Ozarks. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for joining in the live gate. We got you in there, man. Always good to hear you. You're sounding Q5 as usual from the Show Me State. Triple three. All right, 333 Ozarks running barefoot. Sounding good, brother. Have a good night. 333 UDX 791 Gulf Islands on the side. Barefoot. Very impressive. Very impressive. Thank you. See, lots of realistic radios. Yeah, we have a lot of realistic radios. We have a unit in too, right down there. And then we have Cobras and Midlands out in the other. So, yeah. You know, I bought, this one right here is my first radio right there. That's a TRC 452. I bought that in 1977. That was my very first radio. Plus, they get killer freezes every now and then. And we don't like killer freezes because we can get some good freezes up here every so often. Hey, 333, thank you for coming in there, buddy. 10 ohm smoke, sounding good. Hey, you know what? 333, you made it back, and that's the main thing. We heard you in there, man. You made the gate. And it is the perfect climate, Palm Planet. I agree. But you know what? I do like Northern Coastal California, too. Northern Coastal California is absolutely awesome. The stuff, I mean, I always think of it from a growing perspective. And the things I can grow in Northern California on the coast would be amazing. You could create a garden that would really turn heads, right? Most people up there probably wouldn't be growing that stuff. But you would be growing it. Yeah, so there is a, what is that one there? That's a TRC, that's a DX302 receiver. There's a TRC 458 Navajo with a static 878 DM desk mic preamp. And then that's a TRC 48 23 channel crystal with a Siltronics Model 90 VFO on it. And then that's the Bearcat unit in Bearcat 980. And then that's a 458 as well. So this one's got the uppers in it. The other 458's got the lowers in it. And that one's got like a 5KC slider and halves in it. That one's got halves in it. Ventura, nice. Ventura is a totally awesome place too. Gotta love Ventura, California. And everything grows there too. From an exotic gardener perspective, those are the places you want to live if you want to grow palms and cool plants. Southern California, right? And Palm Planet will agree with me. That's why his channel name is Palm Planet, because he is a palm nut like me, right? My other channel, if you want to check it out, some of you people don't know that I have another YouTube channel. My main YouTube channel is that one right there. And my wife's YouTube channel is, and also check out Palm Planet's channel, Palm Planet. That is his YouTube channel. He takes videos of palm trees in places you would never expect them to grow. So high elevation, New Mexico, Washington, D.C., you name it, places where you don't expect some of these palms to grow. He finds coconut palm in Mesa, California, Mesa, Arizona. That was a nice coconut palm. I had no idea a coconut palm would make it in Arizona. Iceland too, right? Iceland. I always thought palms would grow in Iceland, and you found the palm. I've been talking to a guy in Ventura a few times lately. Oh, cool. Right on. Ventura. You know what? I think I've been through Ventura, California. I think I've been through that area when we drove down for sure. Nice place in California. But there's no place in California that I didn't like. I liked every spot I went to in California. Jesse, good morning. Or good evening here. It is, what time is it? It's 5:35 p.m. Pacific time here on the Gulf Islands. Ventura is amazing. There is a famous palm grower. I remember Pauline Sullivan. Right. Huge Ciroc salon. Her place was written up in, Pauline Sullivan used to write up in the California Palm Journal. This is back in the 1980s and early 90s. I have some of those journals. There was a dead spider. No. Oh. Oh, maybe it was part of the menu. Maybe that they put it in there. Protein. Oh, dead spider. Yeah, I hope you complained on that one. She even grew a Joey palm. Oh, yeah. Try to pronounce that one, right? That's amazing. It's like Tamar Griggs, the editor and producer of Palm Quarterly, grew a beautiful Jubea in South Carolina. People would say, wow, it's too humid there, but she had a Jubea in her garden in South Carolina. Yeah, that's what I can never. Johanstemangia, whatever it is. It's Joey. Just call it a Joey palm. It's a really cool tropical palm with these big, cool fan leaves on it. I'm on 395. I'm on 385 just listening. There's a 6-foot Jubea at Pungo Palms Nursery in Virginia Beach, and I've heard of Pungo Palms Nursery. That's a pretty famous nursery. They got sables there too, sable palmettos, big ones. The owner threw seeds in his yard and one grew. That's so cool, man. I talked to Virginia Beach actually quite a bit on this. I talked to a guy in Virginia Beach. I think it was this morning. No, was it yesterday or this morning? I talked to Virginia Beach. I've been to Pungo Palms 3 times. Lots of palms there. That's cool. I'd love to go to that nursery. There's a nice one down in Westminster, California. Phil Bergman. That's Jungle Music. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Hey, Triple X, you're loud up here off the west coast of Canada, 791 waving.
Hey, what is a 1-7 out of India? I didn't catch it all.
You don't hear me. Sounds like he's had too many wobbly pops, that guy. The owner even has a Nanorop. I love Nanorops, man. And Serenoa. UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific on the side. 605 still in there, picking up a few strong stations. His trackies are massive, but have small crowns and suffer a bit in all the heat and humidity. Yeah, that's one thing trackies don't like is high heat and humidity. A605, you're still sounding good on the Gulf Islands, west coast of Canada, UDX 791 on the side. He's booming in here, man. But his Sable Brazoria are massive. I can imagine. Oh, that's another one, too, that'll work in Salem, Oregon, too, I bet. Sable Brazoria. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
Yes, 491.
See if I can get back to this guy. There is a 8-foot sable in Birmingham, an 8 DC. Oh, you must have a video of that one, don't you? In a Palm Nuts yard. Okay, I'm going to check it out. I'll have to go to your search on your channel. Hey, 605 Texas, you're sounding good on the Gulf Islands, west coast of Canada, UDX 791 waving. 791 Gulf Islands on the site. I don't know if he's hearing me or not. I'm not too sure. It's pretty quiet. Huh. I have videos of it. I'll check it out. After this live stream, I'll go on. I'm only going to go maybe about an hour, and then I'm going to go in and put some stuff on the stove for dinner. I got the rice and quinoa on. I got to cook some mushrooms, and like I say, we're having scallops, and they've got huge scallops and burgers and steak. I'm going to try for Australia one more time before I turn this thing off. They're already starting to come in a bit when I turn the bead. See if we can get to Australia. Watch this. See if they hear me. CQDX South Pacific, CQ South Pacific. This is UDX 791. UDX 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. CQDX Australia, calling CQ South Pacific, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. You can hear them in there a bit. Conditions are not so good. Okay, we're just about at about 4 more minutes, and then I may pull the plug on this. Calling CQDX, calling CQ South Pacific, UDX 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
Yes, good to hear you on there, 305. Quality station you have there. Right here on the freeway in downtown Indiana, right?
You're going to turn that off, turn that off, wind her down, turn that off, let things cool down, turn that off, and then I'll turn this on. It's coming in on my Sigma Venom antenna. CQDX, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. CQDX Australia, CQ Australia, UDX 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Trying them on the Omni. Is there a rainy day or Salt Spring Island? It's sunny here right now, man. It's still light out here. I'll show you. It's beautiful. Blue sky out there. It's nice. I mean, it's getting later, but it's gorgeous out. It's a really nice day today. We went for a really nice walk. Or dry side of Salt Spring Island. Yeah, some areas are drier than other island, like Vesuvius is drier than Ganges, right? So yeah, there are drier areas of Salt Spring Island and wetter areas too, right? Yeah. 2012. Yeah, I knew it. I could hear people calling him out there, Indiana Chris, but I couldn't hear him. Yeah, really, really. You know, there's actually a video camera at Vesuvius Ferry Terminal, and there's also webcams. I'll try to find it. Salt Spring Island webcams. There's one in town. Island webcams. I'm going to try to find them for you. There's a few webcams around here. Cams on Salt Spring. Fire Hall and Vesuvius. So I'll give you a link for the cams. There's one at the ferry terminal just around the corner from us. And this is how you find the cams. These are live. These are the webcams here. I'll give you a link. And then you can see live streaming webcams here on Salt Spring Island. Dig the shirt. Aloha A. I bought it in Maui and Kihei. You know, because there's so many freaking Canadians in Kihei. It's not even funny, right? So they sell these shirts there. So, yeah, no, it's nice out here. But, you know, it is getting cooler. It's only about 10 degrees right now. Today we got up to 60 degrees. So 10 degrees Celsius, 50, and we got up to 15 degrees, which was okay for this far north. You got to remember how far north we are, right? We're not in the south. We're in the north here. How have you thought of retiring? No, can't afford it in Hawaii. It's too expensive. So that would be off the list. I'd have to win the lottery to move there, and the cost of living is going to be higher too. So we just go to visit. I love Hawaii. That's why my cousin moved away. My cousin lived there for 10 years, and he ended up moving. He lived 5 years on the Big Island, 5 years on Oahu, and then he moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he loved it. It was just cheaper cost of living. Yeah, Hawaii is just so expensive. Everything's so expensive there. So fun to visit, but you have to have a ton of money to survive in Hawaii. So I could never afford it. Anyway, there's a link to the webcams right there. for you, Palm Planet. If you ever want to see what it's doing here, there's a webcam in Ganges on the fire hall. There's a web terminal on the very south end, and there's one at Vesuvius just around the corner from us, a drive on the west side, the drier side. Right, BC is expensive compared to. Oh yeah, BC is very expensive, especially when you live here on these islands. The islands are very costly because everything has to be brought in by boat. Right, everything here has to be brought in by boat, so that makes it that much more expensive. Price of gas is up there, man. It went down to 186.9 a liter for the cheap stuff. So there's just about 4 liters per gallon. So times that by 4, right? So it's up there for a cheap, regular bit of gas. It's up there. But yeah, we're costly to live in BC. But you know what? I couldn't live anywhere else in Canada, man. It's just too cold in the wintertime. Living this far north, you have to live by the Pacific Ocean or probably the Atlantic Ocean. I know the winters are a lot harsher on the Atlantic coast than the BC coast. But if I had to live on the anywhere else in Canada, it would be on the Atlantic coast. It'd be like Nova Scotia. I'd go down to southern end of Nova Scotia, like Clark's Harbor, down Cape Sable, right? And then maybe, I don't know about New Brunswick, but definitely Nova Scotia. That would be the only other place I'd live in Canada on the East Coast. Newfoundland looks nice too. Yeah, you can grow some nice palms in Nova Scotia. Yeah, apparently that's what JL says, right? JL, the guy from Nova Scotia, he's got the big Washingtonia palms that grow there, right? Anyway, looks like we're past 1 hour now, and I got to go cook some food. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. Can't let the women just slave away in there while I'm having fun in my radio room. So, guys, I'm going to pull the plug on this and get some dinner going. Like I say, I got the rice going. I got to throw some mushrooms in there. I think I'm going to do some vegetables too. I got carrots and stuff like that. I'll mix up with it. So, hey, guys, have a good night. And I might do a live stream after. If not, I can do one tomorrow on Banana JSSI because I can't neglect my other YouTube channel, right? My older YouTube channel, the old YouTube channel. And this one here is going to be, 12 years old soon, this channel. In April, it will be 12 years I've had this channel. Anyway, thanks, Indiana Chris. Good talking to you today. Look forward to it. Thanks, Palm Planet, for popping in there, and everybody else, Jesse, and some newbies that came in there today. Jerry from California, from San Diego. That was pretty cool. I talked to him on the radio. Really good sound and station. And thanks for popping in and liking and subscribing, Jungle Joe C Video Gates. And I'm going to put his name in the title here, his number, because he did make the gate. All right. And you guys are making the gate right now. And 333 Ozarks made the gate too. Good to hear you out there. And I'm going to pull this plug right now. And I will see you all next gate, either on this one or on Banana JSSI. Cheers. And you know what? There are palm videos on here too. So it's not just all video gates. There's a lot of video gates on here, but there's lots of palm videos on this channel too. Cheers to you. I think I looked at, if you go to the channel where it says about, I think there's close to 7,000 videos on this channel now. You can look and it'll tell you. There's a lot of videos. And my other one, I think, has over 18,000. I think it's got over 18,000 videos on it now. Isn't that crazy? That's a lot of videos. I've uploaded a lot of videos over the past 15 years, and my original channel still has over 1,000 videos on it. So 18,000 plus 7,000. That's what, 25,000. So I got about 26 or 27,000 videos on YouTube now. Isn't that nuts? That's why I've worn out so many cameras, man. I've worn out so many cameras shooting videos, but I still have one of them. And this one here doesn't work very good, but I use it for shooting some video gates. This is the type of camera I use. And I also use this one here, the old school Hero 2 GoPro right there. And I also have the GoPro 9 right here. The good one, right? That's a GoPro 9. It's got the screen on the back, which is super cool. That's a good one. I got to shoot more videos with that. Wendy bought me that this year. It's a nice thing, but I don't totally know how to use it. I'm not a techie. I'm not good at that crap. All right. Cheers to you. Have a good night. Thanks again.